This is part two of when the person you love doesn't love you or reject the rejector. When somebody walks out on us and, whether they told us what was wrong with us or not, that's all we can think about. I need to be taller, shorter, smarter, thinner, more talkative, less talkative. I need to clean up after myself. I need to not clean up after myself. I need to hang the toilet paper this way. I need to put the cap back on the toothpaste. I need to stop nagging people to put the top on the toothpaste. I need to be neater. I need to be less neat. I need to stop bitching at people for their level of neatness. Whatever it is, we go through this list of things in our mind of what's wrong with us. And that's not where your focus needs to be. You have to sit down, realize that you've taken a hit, and you have to start thinking about yourself in a positive way. And it's really hard if we've just been rejected by someone we love, especially if they've listed out all the things that are wrong with us and why they're leaving. It's even more difficult if they left us for someone else and we look at this other person and we think, what do they have that I don't have? I'm obviously a better person than they are. And what they have that you don't have is a big douchebag that just walked out on you. That's what they have. If somebody came into a relationship with you and said, I'm over my ex, and then they tra-la-la and walked out the door to go back to their ex, what they have on their hands now is a big liar. Somebody who was dishonest with you probably was dishonest with them, and now that's who they have. They did not win the brass ring. They did not win the golden goose. It's not the prize that you think it is. You didn't lose a prize, they didn't get a prize. So you have to start thinking of you. You have to start thinking about your positive attributes. I've seen reviews on my Amazon site where people say that my book is the same old yada 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 affirmations. Affirmations is a part of my book, and they never mention the part that's not the same old thing, like the relationship inventory, the life inventory. They don't mention those things. They mention affirmations, yada yada yada. There was a professional review. Most of the 99% of the professional reviews of my book have been excellent and positive, but one person wrote, even in a positive review, new agey and Oprah-esque. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't care. What's in my book is 20 years of what's worked for me and what's worked for my clients. So you could bash it, you could say, oh, same old, same old. There's a reason things have been around for so long. I explain how the subconscious works in the books. I explain how the subconscious works in the workbook. This is not new agey and Oprah-esque. It is something that's based on science of the brain, and it works. So you can poo-poo it all you want, but if you want to get better, if you want to feel better about yourself, if you want to have a better life, if you want to have a happier life, you want to have a positive self-image, you want to have higher self-esteem, do the affirmations. Do it the way it's laid out in the book. I have people telling me all the time about the affirmations, and they're not doing them right. I explain step by step. I don't just say do affirmations. There's ways that your subconscious work and ways that it doesn't work. So you have to do them right, not just say, oh, I'm a bundle of joy. I'm the greatest person in the world. Those things are not going to work because you don't believe that. It's like you don't believe you're the greatest person in the world. So you have to do them the way that they're laid out in the book and in the workbook. It's like that's what you need to do. But you have to stop focusing on what this person said was wrong with you, and you have to stop focusing on what you think is wrong with you. It's not helping you. You have to focus on the positive. You have to start believing that this person is not the cup of tea you thought they were, because if they were, they would still be there. You wouldn't be watching this video. And two, you're not the horrible, terrible Attila the Hun that they said you were. They might have been sensitive to things you said. They might have been sensitive to things you did. They might have had a laundry list as big as my arm that's wrong with you. But that doesn't mean that's what's wrong with you. One of the things about affirmations is to look at the messages that you give yourself that's either there from yourself or others and change them. If the person who left said, you don't dress up for me in the bedroom, and you all of a sudden, think that you need to dress up in the bedroom, sitting around going, oh, I'm so conservative sexually, no man is ever going to want me, I don't know what I'm doing, then that's what your brain is hearing. That is what is being fed. if you sit down in your journal and you write out, how do I feel about this? Why didn't I ever do this? And, what was it about our dynamics that does the act itself make me uncomfortable? Does this person make me uncomfortable? I know people that will not keep the lights on during lovemaking because the other person is very, very picky about what another person looks like physically. And this person basically puts you in that position. There's other people that are perfectly fine with your hang-ups, or perfectly fine with your cellulite. They just love you. My late husband was like that, and I bring him up a lot because he was a wonderful guy. When I quit smoking, I gained a lot of weight. And when I lost it, I said to him, you never said anything when I gained weight, you never said anything when I lost weight. And I showed him a picture of me at my highest weight, and he looked at it and he said, I don't remember you ever looking like that. I looked like it for 2 years. I said, what, are you blind? He said, no, I love you. I love all of you, the person you are, not the body that you're carrying yourself in. He goes, I love you. No matter what you look like, no matter what day it is, no matter what time it is, no matter what weight you're at, I love you. Not everybody's like that. You might want that kind of person. There are people like that. There are people that like your body type. I was going out with somebody who told me 3 years into the relationship that his type was tall and long-legged. I'm 5 feet nothing. I weigh 100 nothing. My legs are this long. I was dumbfounded. And I went on from that relationship to somebody who liked me just the way I was. They liked my legs being this long. They liked me being 5 foot nothing and 100 nothing pounds. They would have preferred if I put some weight on. So don't sit there and think you need to be different. I need to have plastic surgery. I need to get bigger boobs. I need to get this. I need to take Viagra 3 times a week. Forget it. Sit down and think about what you need to do for you, not what somebody else thinks you need to do for you. The other thing that you need to stop trying to do is to change the other person's mind. You need to let them go. You need to go no contact, and Getting Past Your Breakup has an entire chapter on that. And people tell me that the list in there and the suggestions in there are very helpful. So if you're still contacting this person, stop doing it. Stop it. You need to not be stalking them on Facebook. You need to not be setting up anonymous accounts. You need to not be doing all the things that is going to make you crazy. It's like you need to concentrate on you, let the other person go. Go no contact. B. Stop listening to their crap in your head. Stop thinking about what you did wrong, why you're wrong, what you must change according to them. Then focus on you. Focus on you and realize that you are a good person. And you deserve to have someone who loves you. And you deserve to be with somebody who wants to be with you. Reject the rejecter. They're not worth your time. They're not worth your energy. Stop letting them rent space in your head that they don't pay for. Reject their rejection of you. Make your list. Focus on your positive traits. The hell with them. Anytime you feel yourself going back to them, bring yourself back. You need to do your grief work. That's explaining getting past your breakup. I've got all my books mixed up in my head. You need to stop focusing on them. You need to stay out of contact with them. And you need to believe that the right person will come along. I suggest going into getting back out there and doing the standards and compatibility inventory. And then you could probably see not only is this a decent list of a decent person who will have a decent person love them, but that your ex doesn't really live up to it. Because number one on the list should be wants to be with me. Wants to be with me, loves me, thinks I'm the best thing ever. That needs to be number one. The minute that one gets crossed out, if it's for a day, a week, a month, you know you're with the wrong person. People who are there for you and who want to be with you will want to be with you. Like, that's the number one requirement. Don't sell yourself short. If you sell yourself short on that requirement, you'll sell yourself short on all of them. As it says in the books, do not draw lines in the sand. And that means with your standards and your compatibility list. Don't say, oh, I'd really like to have this, and then somebody comes along and they're not that. And you go, oh, well, this is a warm body. That'll do. It will not do. Don't just go for someone with a pulse. Because you could swing a cat and, oh, where's my cat? I don't like to say that in front of her. She gets very upset. But you could swing a cat and hit somebody with a pulse. So you want something more than that. Because as Eleanor Roosevelt said, if you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for anything. So if you don't have any sort of standards and boundaries, you'll take anybody with a pulse. And believe me, there's plenty of people with a pulse that you wouldn't want, picking up your dog crap on the lawn, let alone being in a relationship with. So make your list. Check it twice and stick to it. Again, reject the rejector. You're better than that. You're better than their rejection. And the right person will love you. The right person will come along. Believe it and understand that it's true and it'll happen. And in order to find the right person, you need to be the right person for you. And the right person will recognize your value, recognize your worth, and feel the same way that you feel about things. So please, I'm still looking for my cat. She's like, nobody's swinging me. And, just believe it. It's true. You are going to find somebody who cares about you, who loves you, and who treats you right. For now, reject the rejector. Thank you.